Hey,
Hey everybody! Welcome back. I hope everybody is enjoying the beautiful weather out there in the world today. We bring you back to Gear Gaming 365's descent into Avernus slash Hell's Bells. Announcements? Do we have any announcements to talk about?
Yes. Today we got stockings up on the website, so you can start doing some of your Christmas shopping early. We're also doing a 20% off sale now through the end of the month, which is September 2020. But it is using code FALL2020, FALL 2020. You get 20% off all orders. No minimum, nothing, just fun Christmas shopping. So go on there, check it out. Have some cool stuff coming, and there will be more cool stuff coming out all the time.
Yes, absolutely. We're always cranking out some new cool gear, so head on over to geargaming365.com and check it out. Well, let's see. Let's talk about a little bit, catch us up to where we last left off. The group of adventurers had made their way into the Low Lantern and sort of forced their way into a table. It kind of awkwardly pushed the occupant of the table out of their particular direction, out of their way, and kind of observed the locale for a while, and then went downstairs with Luca in disguise of a dragon cultist, approached Emmerich Van Vampor and sort of had a little bit of a conversation with him, as well as the fiend that sat behind his couch. Some pleasantries were exchanged, some words were exchanged, and Luca left and ditched his costume, his hidden costume. During this time, the rest of the party, hung out, sort of keeping an eye on Emmerich, and Luca was approached by a Hell Rider by the name of Rhea Mantlemorn. She introduced herself to him and sort of ran into each other, and he was polite to give her directions to go downstairs and meet with a follower of Lathander, which is Cortana, our cleric. She came downstairs and started having a conversation with Cortana, and some words were overheard / exchanged by our archer Robin, and she randomly attacked the spined devil on Emmerich's shoulder or behind his couch, and a battle ensued. A battle in which Cortana was knocked unconscious and had to make some death saving throws. They killed the spined devil as well as Emmerich's bodyguard. Then Emmerich succeeded in escaping from the group with Luca's help, and Luca was able to pass a message to Robin right before he left, letting Robin know that he was kind of working his way into Emmerich's good graces, and Robin was able to sort of pick up on the hints dropped by Luca. But we pick up with Cortana still just barely recovering. I believe she's at 1 hit point right this moment in time, or just being healed. 4 hit points, just being healed from the 4 hit points from the battle, and coming to on the floor with Rhea and Robin kind of standing over her. Robin, the floor is yours. You and Rhea are there. I'm pretty certain that Cortana will be joining us here shortly. She may pop in the video here shortly, but you're there with Rhea, and Cortana seems to be out of it. She took quite a hit or two. She seems to be kind of very sluggish and like seeing stars.
Well, I'm bandaging her up a bit as we sit here. I mean, really, that's what I'm going to be focusing on, is trying to stop some of the bleeding. And
are you going to do it right there?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
not gonna try to drag her. I might cause more damage. That's kind of scary.
The Kenku barkeep comes out from behind the bar and throws a rag at you and points to the blood all around the floor. Make a mess! You clean it up! And then, like, heads behind the bar.
Jerk. I'm gonna, like, toss the rag aside, because that's gross. I'm trying to bandage her. I don't want infection.
Alright, well, give me a medicine check then.
Okay. Hey.
You can, bandage her wounds quite capably.
Good. So once I feel that she's sufficiently bandaged with what I've got, or what's Rhea doing?
Rhea seems to be kind of standing there with her longsword, just watching you work. She still looks like she's keeping an eye out on the rest of the ship. She's kind of eyeing the two individuals at the aft section of the ship.
Gotcha.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Oops.
Yay, roll 20.
The shuffle. Yeah.
They're coming at you in song and dance. Get ready.
Right. She helped us fight, though, didn't she? Or did she just stand there?
Yeah, she helped you fight.
Okay. Thank you for the assist there.
What? Why did you just straight out attack him?
He insulted the name of Zerial,
Who's
and I do not take lightly the accusations.
Zerial?
An angel?
He insulted an angel? And for this, you attacked him?
I take insults against angels very personally.
Just remind me to never insult you.
Insulting me is one thing.
A few seconds later, you hear someone sort of approach and come off to the side, and you recognize the owner of the establishment. She introduced herself to her and said that most people just call me the captain. She seems to be standing there kind of looking at you. Are you okay?
Fine. I'll look over at Cortana. We're fine.
She doesn't look fine. She looks like a bloody mess.
It will be.
Did you, by chance, attack the gentleman at the aft of the ship?
No. I attacked the devil that was with him.
Do you know who that is?
The man or the devil?
The man. You should probably be leaving now.
As long as I can get my friend out of here safely, that'll be fine. Although your feathered friend told me to clean up our mess.
Well, that's his job. You understand that all this blood he has to clean up. And it would be quite polite if you were to clean it up. I mean, it is your friend's blood after all.
Oh, I have no problem cleaning it up, but I can't leave and clean it up at the same time.
Listen, perhaps you misunderstand me. You've attacked one of the Priotar families. Not only one of the Priotar families, but one of the more influential families of Baldur's Gate, whose muscle extends far beyond Baldur's Gate and its surroundings. The Van Thampor family is, how you say, quite ruthless in hunting down those that injure their family. When I mean you should leave, you should be looking to get out of town before you wind up at the bottom of the harbor.
I appreciate the advice.
I take it you're not going to be running away anytime soon.
Their business in town. I'll grab the rag and start cleaning up.
It's really none of my business, none of my affairs to intercede on anyone's behalf, but you do understand that I have a legitimate business to run, and, well, Amaric and I have an arrangement. He provides me with some financial assistance, and in return I allow him to run his small business out of our aft lounge here. And should my arrangement change with Amaric, it would definitely not be in your favor to remain here much longer.
I really have no intention to stay here any longer than it takes me to clean up this blood.
And your friend?
Hey, Will. Check Discord. I'm pulling at the house right now. I just have to unload my stuff and get my laptop set up, so I'll be in just a couple more minutes.
She kind of glances past you towards Cortana and has this strange look on her face. Very well. Just please clean up the blood before you leave. My bouncers won't bother you, and neither will any of the guests.
I'm already doing it, so.
She just goes. She turns around, and heads upstairs. Takes you a few minutes. Rhea does pitch in, helping clean up the blood. She goes over to the bar and asks for some more rags, and the Kenku just takes like a whole stack of rags and throws them up on top of the bar and goes back to like cleaning dishes. She brings them over, and together you guys work to clean up the blood as best you can all over the floor. You do see at least 2 to 3 arrows sticking out of the side of the ship, I believe, in various locations.
Can I retrieve them?
Well, let's see. Highs or lows? Oops, wrong thing. Highs. That's not what I wanted to roll. That's what I wanted to roll. Highs. It's in your favor. You can retrieve all but one of the arrows. One of the arrows is too far embedded, and when you try to wiggle it out, it does break on you.
Okay. Cool. So as I am now sure that we're out of danger, at least leaving this establishment, I will cast Cure Wounds on. Put that as yes. So she has 4 more hit points, which is probably still not a lot, but
Puts her at 8 hit points.
yeah.
I'll go ahead and add that to her character sheet for her. Now she's at 8 hit points. Rhea, goes ahead and like grabs Cortana underneath one of the arms and is supporting her quite a bit. She's sheathed her sword and kind of help carrying her towards the stairs.
I'll do the same on the other side. Kind of help carry her out.
Your friend, Luca, said that you were at least somewhat honorable people. And Yet you go attacking someone without real justification.
Like I said, I attacked his devil. I had no particular personal qualms with Amric. I think he's probably destined for hell, but my problem was with the company he kept.
The Spine Devil. It's understandable, considering some of the things I've seen in my time frame, that you would hate such a creature as a devil. They are truly repulsive things. But perhaps not such a hot head would better serve you?
I'll admit that was a risk that I don't normally take, but I also do not take kindly to slandering the name of an angel.
I come from the holy city of El Terrell, and there are many religious figures and deities amongst our city and amongst our people. I can understand your outright hatred for something so evil. Do not fault your actions, other than perhaps to allow your companions to be aware of your actions before such violence takes place. Had we known that you intended that, we could have better helped you, I think.
I have not, in my travels, been in the presence of so much blatant evil as seems to be in this city currently. It baffles me, and the hatred that my kind has for these creatures is sometimes overwhelming to actually physically see them manifested, and that people just so freely associate with them. It overtakes me at times.
I understand your provocations on that particular front. There's a few in my mind as well that happen.
Evil is nothing new to me. I am actually here tracking someone who was quite evil that I have been trying to ensure does not rise to power, but I can't understand this city. It just seethes.
Who are you tracking, if you don't mind me asking?
His name is Nottingham. He was an influential man in Daggerford, and myself and some companions were trying to ensure that he did not rise to power, and we had to go into hiding to more safely ensure that we could thwart his attempts to overtake the city.
That's understandable. I completely can see your... at least someone who I'd be willing to get to know better, even if your actions aren't necessarily ones I agree with.
I'm actually more used to more covert actions and working in the shadows. I'm unfamiliar with the city so large. and that seethes with evil the way this one does. So I will adapt.
You would have been welcome in El Terrell. Before the High Seer Davius Craig, it was a land of terror and nightmares. Undead, countless undead attacked our city constantly, and the High Overseer, I'm not sure how he did it, but he created the Companion. It was a ball of bright white radiant light that shined above our city, protected our city, and for quite several miles around our city the undead scourge couldn't stand its holy light. They fled before its righteous fury, and so rang forth a religious group of individuals that really settled that city and brought their religious ways with them.
Well, hopefully we can solve the mystery and restore it to its glory. It's a place I'd like to see.
Yes. Yeah, I can't believe the sight still takes my breath away. The visions, the nightmares still bring me discomfort. Just the massive hole where the city once stood. I thought the Companion's light would never fade. El Terrell would stand for generations as a holy beacon to those that wish to seek sanctuary. Alas, it was not such.
Well, wherever there is a light shining brightly, there will always be darkness that tries to overtake it.
As you guys are coming to the stairs towards the surface of the low lantern, considering the stairs you can't go 2 by 2, who is
Right.
going first?
I mean, I'll go sideways, kinda, because we're trying to carry Cortana. So, I'll go first, then Cortana, then Rhea.
Okay. Robin, you're helping Cortana up the stairs slowly, step by step, sort of bringing her up the stairs. When the creatures that were on the mast? Whoa, what just happened here? What happened to my tokens? Hello? Sorry. I'm
I
having
can see them.
I can't. They're just.
Talking about the.
There they are. Swoop down to attack you!
I knew they weren't ravens!
Sounds like perfect timing.
Does sound like perfect
Right?
timing. I have to. Sorry,
I don't know if Will just saw my camera was like, that's perfect timing.
It was totally perfect timing. Let's see that one.
Still getting signed into roll 20, so give me a second longer for that.
No worries. And then.
Gnarly DM.
Let's see, Rhea. Let me pull up her character sheet and hit that button. Whoa! Sorry, I gotta fix your box there, Robin. And Cortana. Not only are you guys reversed, but just give me a second to fix this real quick. In the middle of trying to DM a game, I'm trying to adjust the recording at the same time. I got this. Don't worry. I do this.
I believe in you because you're awesome.
I do this every single week.
Of course you would say that though.
What? That I'm awesome? Or that I do this every single
Yeah,
week?
not that you're not. I'm just saying, of course she would say that.
Yeah, well, she's biased, and it's okay.
Call is.
It's okay. I am pretty awesome. Why won't you? Stupid thing. There.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
fine.
click on
It's
my
fine. It's
token.
totally fine. It's whatever, right? Okay, it's good enough. It'll have to do. All right. Let's see.
Government work.
We got Cortana, we got Robin, we got Rhea, and then we got all of the particular creatures. So this creature over here on this side swoops down towards you. Let me pull up its thing. Let's see. It tries to sting at you, Robin. That is a 6. Does a 6 hit you?
Nope.
Excellent. Alright, then that brings up you, Robin. So this one, like, flew down, tried to sting at you, and then flew back up to the rigging on the mast over here.
I'm gonna pull my longbow out.
Okay.
Yell at him to burn in the light
Okay.
and shoot. Damn it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to hold Cortana up with one arm.
yeah,
She's leaning on me.
very heavily.
Alright. That's what I got.
Alright. Cortana, you're coming up the stairs when this raven came down and tried to hit poor Robin, and then like swooped back away and landed on the rigging over here.
I mean, it still looks like a raven.
Yeah?
Alright. I'm gonna take the dodge action. As long as they appear to be ravens, I'm gonna assume that's what they are.
Alright. This one here on the rigging sort of shifts and warps. Its wings sort of shrink down and its tail kind of grows out of the back of it. You guys see that sitting on the rigging now instead of the imp just a second ago. And it cries out in Infernal.
Your death will be my pleasure.
Rhea calls from below you on the stairs. What's happening? Why did you stop on the stairs?
We're being attacked by devils.
This raven here on the mast is going to go ahead and fly by Cortana and Robin. She could try again to sting at Robin as it flies by. Peck at you with its beak. That's a 23.
Yep, just a little bit.
It's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. Plus 15 points of poison damage.
Yes.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 14. But this thing doesn't even tell me the DC on it, so I'm going to say that that passes.
Cool.
It says DC and it's blank on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one.
Weird.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me the exact. Sorry.
Hmm.
Oh, you know, actually, it's half of 15. Poison damage, so 8.
I get 8 back.
Yes, it's
Or
a
no, I get 7 back. Sorry.
DC. Okay, there it is. Phew. Sorry, I had to search the internet to find the DC of this potential saving throw, and now I'm going to edit it back into roll 20. There we go. Now I have it. You passed. All right.
Okay.
Robin. Sorry, guys. DMing on the fly with roll 20. Working out the glitches.
I'm gonna look it straight in the eye and say, "Your death will be my pleasure."
Which one?
The one that said that at me.
This one here?
Sure, sounds good.
Okay. And I suppose that essentially means that you're moving your chosen target to that one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that hits for sure. For a grand total of 18 points of damage, the arrow flies right at the imp, catches it in the chest, and you hear this loud pop and a little flame.
And I'm gonna look at the other one, and I'm saying this in Infernal. You're next.
Cortana.
I am going to pass healing word on myself. Then that's with the spells level something. What's the spells level?
It's 2 plus the spell level, right?
Is it my 2 plus the spells level?
I believe so.
10 points. And then I'm going to look up at the other imp and in its mind ask it, why is it attacking us? And I'll use my action to allow it to speak this way back to me.
Okay.
I do
Rhea,
not need to share a language.
Rhea draws her weapon down below and is trying to help kind of hold Cortana up a little bit, even though now you look a little bit better, and she's all like, if we're under attack, move out of my way! And she's going to use her action to kind of like dash up the stairs, squeezing between you and Robin. She's going to get up here and she's going to look around and she's going to look at Robin and be like, who's attacking us?
I'll point.
To the raven on the thing?
Yes.
She looks at you kind of funny, just questioningly for just a minute. The raven does not answer your question. Instead, it swoops back down towards Robin and tries to peck her again. That's a natural 20. Jeez.
Ow.
That's
Constitution.
9 points of piercing damage, yes, and a Constitution saving throw. For 8 points of poison damage.
I'm looking about as good as Cortana right now.
It just doesn't say anything. Back to you, Cortana.
Back to me? Isn't Robin
Yep.
first?
Yeah, but it doesn't say anything to you. Robin!
Your death is at hand.
13 is gonna
I
hit.
don't know. Say, I don't know, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Five points and 12 points. Yeah. Another arrow. Boom, and a pop and a little wisp of smoke. You guys can smell a faint smell of sulfur in the air.
I'll look at her looking at me funny. You ever seen a raven die like that?
No. No, I have not, in fact. Those are
Suggest we get out of here.
very unusual ravens.
They were imps.
Ravens of
definitely
unusual
leave.
size.
Right?
Shift you guys over to a different map as you are leaving the low lantern. Oops, Luca, you're not here. Delete.
Nope.
Oh no, Luca's dead. He's been sucked into Jumanji.
All right, you guys stumble off the boat. It's been maybe 2 to 3 minutes since Luca and Emmerich left the low lantern.
We cleaned up all that blood in 2 to 3 minutes.
Sure,
We're
why
cool.
I end that conversation? Dang.
Why not? Why not? I don't know, 5
It's all
minutes.
good. I'm teasing. It's fine.
So,
No, that's for tomorrow.
and you guys go in the town of Baldur's Gate along the docks. You three.
Can you have what?
Here, I'll put
Awesome,
Rhea.
Or some more pizza.
You got me pizza?
Sorry,
Yeah.
kids.
So, of the players that are currently present, I'm going to go ahead and turn control of Rhea Mantlemorn over to the party as she has sort of joined your party. Which
Sweet.
Which one of you guys want to take her? You know what? I can just put her in both of your, or all 3 of your players' journals.
That works. We have a Hell Rider, guys.
Should
You've,
have.
you've
shown-
reformed the bells.
Yes, I did.
You're accurately bells
Oh, you did that
at the
dinner.
moment.
I am going to first thing put my hood on my cloak up.
Okay. Right there.
That's horrifying. Sorry.
What?
My head was itching and I itched it and there was something in my hair
Oh.
from when I went out to the car a minute ago. It was a piece of a bee's nest,
Oh. Yummy.
which is deeply horrifying. So gross. Ugh. So yeah. I'm going to cloak up, try to look less conspicuous.
Okay.
Blend in with the average crowd more.
Okay.
But I think that we should definitely make for a safer place to recoup.
And where might you suggest that be? See, in a very frustrated tone.
Well, I think we needed to check in with your priest friend and see if he's made any headway on your prophecy. I think sanctuary would be a good thing right now.
I will not speak and start walking that way.
Great.
Awesome. So, you guys slowly make your way towards the Basilisk Gate, which currently is closed. There's probably a good 20 Flaming Fist soldiers kind of milling around the inside of this particular gate. They seem to be shoving off most people.
Okay, so we're over here.
Yeah, you guys are heading towards the Basilisk Gate when...
Okay.
Yeah. You see about 20 soldiers.
I want to just kind of stand and listen to see if there's anything they're telling people they can't get through. Like, is there a reason or?
You hear, a group of travelers come up to the gates, look like merchants ready to exit the town itself, when one of the Flaming Fist soldiers kind of tells them, "Gates closed."
That's all they're given.
Merchants are like, "I have to get my goods to the next city. I need to leave today, sir." "Listen, due to all these refugees, we've been ordered to close the gates. No one in or out unless it's official business."
At the words of overhearing official business, I will walk up and say, "Excuse me, we are on orders from General Zodge, and we need to get through the gate for official business."
He kind of elbows his friend standing next to him. "You hear that? Zodge made himself a general now." "My arse, you know Zarge."
Dimzaj.
Captain Zodge.
What? Captain Zodge. I'm gonna say I couldn't remember.
So, you got any paperwork of your orders?
Don't we have a
I will
something that shows that we've been recruited by Zodge to do work for him, like a badge or something?
The badges.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna pull out your copper badge.
We'll flash our deputy badges.
Okay.
Like the cops do.
With duly appointed federal marshals.
Move aside.
He takes a look at the badge.
FBI.
"Listen, I give toe shites, literally. But if I go open the gate for you, I got to open the gate for him. And then I got to open the gate for him. You understand my meaning, don't you?" And you can see him holding out his hand.
After crying.
I know what you mean. And I will hand him over 3 gold pieces. So I'll make it 5 gold pieces. And say, "Well, I guess it's a good thing we're on official business," and you did tell him that official business is
Stand
allowed.
aside! Stand aside! As soon as the gold coins hit his hand, his eyes get a little bit bigger than he was just a moment ago, and his attitude completely changes. And he's all like, "Philip, Sam, Pete, with me!" And 3 bigger looking guys come over towards him, and he walks up to the gate, and the 3 of them, they lift the bar off the gate and they set it off to the side, and you can see there's a man door in the gate itself, and he swings that open, and he, "After you, your royal ship."
Thank you.
We're just gonna waltz right on through.
It's always good to meet fine soldiers like yourself.
As you go through, you realize that the individuals that he pointed at and himself step through the door with you guys, and then hurriedly walk out in front of you guys and start shoving people out of your way. They're just taking commoners and just pushing them down out of the way. "Out of the way! Official business coming through! Make a hole! Make it wide!" It's just shoving random people out of the way. You can hear people like, "Oh, who do they think they are? They don't even look like a noble family." The one individual.
I'm gonna make apologies to his.
Go ahead.
Said I'm gonna make apologies to as many people as I can.
You're like, "Sorry,
That's it.
so sorry, so sorry."
Yes.
As you're getting through the crowd, through Stony Eyes, they're pushing their way through, and you see the one that he called Philip just bash this guy over the head and just shove his limp corpse out of the way, and just start elbowing the next person, and he turns to a court.
Before we get out of that guy's that he just pushed and hurt badly out of the way, I'm going to mutter under my breath and say, "Lathander, please just help him," and cast a healing word on the guy that just got hit really hard.
the individual that you had spoken with and given the gold to is like they're all standing around like all puffed up and big and kind of like just shoving people back, even though like people are like trying to stay away from you and them. They're like still like moving outwards and like finding people to randomly shove. And the one individual that you talk to, comes over towards you and, you gave a shit about this little fucker?
We give a shit about all people. Tone it down, sir.
You shove it up your arse. Listen, you'd paid well. We escort you haunty-taughties through the crowd. You don't want our assistance. We'll go right back to our post.
We appreciate your assistance, but it wasn't needed. The violence wasn't either. If you're going to be off, then be off.
This lot, they don't understand nothing but violence. Scum. Crap. Beggars. Thieves. Worst of the worst. All
And those
trying
who
to get
take
in our
bribes?
city.
Those who take bribes to let people in and out, you consider them better.
Bribes? Ain't no bribes. It's always been a toll to get through the gate. He looks genuinely shocked. Like you just insulted his honor with like the word bribe right now.
Well, in my experience, the toll applies to everyone and is well stated in advance.
Aye. Your friend be going and giving away gold pieces. Clearly you want more. Well, clearly we read into that just a bit. You want us escort you? Or you want us to return to post so you can inform General Zarge of our politeness?
We'll be informing Captain Zodge of a lot of things. Back to your post.
I bet you will. Be off with you then. Him and his three buddies start heading back towards the gate.
Before they're out of eye shot, can I pull out the sending stone and see if any of them react?
You pull out the sending stone, but they've kind of huffed off, and they're busy like
Alright.
finding random people to push and bully out of their way. They don't seem to be paying you no mind.
So it was Pete. And who
Sam.
else? Okay.
Philip.
Philip.
Philp.
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 Great. My guard shit list that I'm building right now.
I don't remember who else I said.
Pretty sure it was just those three. Great. Awesome. Noted.
I don't think you caught the guy that you talked to. You don't think you caught his name.
It's whatever. I'll go with those three. Better than nothing.
So you make your way through the streets of Stony Eyes towards the town, towards a hamlet of Norchapel, the area of Norchapel, where Cortana's chapel or church happens to be. Fine stone edifice dedicated to Lathander, the god of light. Open 24 hours a day, almost always having some ceremony or something going on. As you arrive there, they're in the middle of mid-afternoon prayers or service. Cortana, is there anybody you want to look for specifically here?
Like as we approach the chapel, or like in the.
Well, you're there at the chapel. You arrive.
I guess the first thing I'll go do is look for a available like head priest.
There's several
or priestess. We're not sexist.
There's several
Right.
priests available, but there's only one head priest.
Who was it that came? Was it the head priest that came to
It
visit us?
Was I'm not sure if I put that note in your notes. I thought that you had that note.
Let me see here.
For some reason
I don't see it.
I don't have your head priest name. But I believe you came up with one at one point in time.
I'll look to see if he is. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, unfortunately.
Tuck.
What?
I vote for the name Tuck.
Tuck?
Tuck.
I don't think that was it, but whatever you want.
I think it was like Bob. I think I really came up with something like overly generic, like Bob or something.
Head priest Robert?
Head priest Bob.
Yeah, I didn't take that note down. I'll have to go back and watch the episodes.
Oh yeah.
You could also do the same thing.
I will. Is that one posted?
Probably.
I think so.
I will look to see if he is available. Was it the head priest or was it just a higher priest than me?
You had called for the head priest and you had given them that. You find out that the head priest is not available. He is in meetings. You do come across just his young lad that sort of takes care of his secretary, sort of thing.
His little acolyte.
Yeah, acolyte.
I will.
He's not
ask
available
them...
right now. Can I take a message?
Well, we were looking for a place to stay for the evening, as well as I had sent a drawing on a piece of bark to with him when he came back. I was looking to retrieve it.
Oh yes. I believe that piece of bark has been sent over to the scholars' dormitory, straight down the hall and to the left. As far as a location to stay, you may take up one of the priestly rooms. There are several in the west wing.
Thank you. We'll be on our way. If
Shall I summon a page to show you to the quarters, and perhaps even to the scholarly wing?
I imagine I know where those are.
Well, yes, I assume so, but you're asking me
That was an
for
out
a
of
place
character question.
Oh.
That was an out of character question. I assume I know where those are.
Yes, you know.
Okay, I'll no, thank you. I know how to get us there.
Excellent. Thank you for stopping by. Have a nice day.
You too.
So you proceed through the chapel towards the scholarly wing. This particular section of the Chapel of Lathander that you are attached to. It's where they do a lot of their research into lore. They do a lot of their transcribing of different sort of things. Most of the messages that are sent and received. They have a pretty good library here on this side of the chapel. You do find that side of the chapel, and there is a young acolyte there who, as you come up, he has a pair of reading spectacles perched on the end of his nose, and he's got a book there in front of him. But you've arrived at the reception desk to the library.
Is there is there somebody there?
There's an acolyte there with the little reading spectacles.
What time of day is it?
Afternoon, evening. Evening.
I'll walk up. Evening.
Good evening, sir. Madam, excuse me.
Yes, I was told that something of mine had been brought here. It's a piece of bark with some painting on it.
Oh, yes. I do believe that was catalogued and is being looked at by the... One moment, let me find the right book. Takes a few minutes, kind of like goes through different books. Sorry. Yes, I do believe that one of our priests is taking a look at that. Borglam Pride Lance, I believe, is the one that is currently looking into that. Father.
What was
Borglam Pride Lance.
program?
Broglam Pride Lance.
Can you point me in his direction?
He turns and like looks around the library and yes, you see the portly gentleman in the far corner asleep on the books?
Yes,
That is him.
thank you. I want to walk over that way. Do I see the drawing?
You do not see the drawing. You see a very rotund human man. And before you even see him, you smell him. He doesn't smell like he has left this particular spot in a very long time. In fact, you realize that, like, he's so round that there are parts of him that have sort of, like, folded over the chair that he's sitting in. There are piles of scrolls amongst these scrolls and books. You can tell that there is discarded food. Clearly, they clean around him in a certain vicinity, and they don't seem to disturb him very much. He's at a massive desk in the corner. It's just piled high of books and scrolls. There's cobwebs over in that particular direction.
Does he look older, younger?
He's got his head back to you, so large, bald spot. So, no real hair.
I kind of want to like position myself so I can see him, but like I'm like looking at his back and like a little bit like behind him, and I want to reach into his mind, and I'm gonna get like a godly voice here and be like, "What are you doing, my child?" In his head.
The snoring instantly, stops. The man's head comes up off the thing. Nothing, Lord. Just studying my eyelids. Look, he looks up at the ceiling. He's got a scroll like plastered to the side of his face with drool. And it takes a moment for it to like fall down. You can tell he's probably in his mid-40s when it falls down.
Maybe studying something other than your back of your eyelids would be useful.
Yes, oh great Lord. He kind of like turns and looks behind him, a bit confused at you, and goes back to his book and picks it up and sets it aside, and then picks another book up.
I'll wait a couple more minutes and then I'll walk up to him. Hello? Are you Brogren?
Yes? Who are you?
I am Cortana. I was told that a piece of my property
that
would...
voice.
Can I do like a performance to see if I covered up my voice?
Sure, go ahead.
Well,
go ahead.
Because I was trying to like give it a where it is
you most certainly
performance.
Would you roll?
Why am I? Oh, you take the left or the right? I can't remember.
I take the left.
Ribbon.
Uh, as I was saying, I was told that you have something of mine, that you were studying it.
Who might you be?
The name is Cortana. It's a piece of bark with some drawing on it.
Oh, oh yes, the headmaster gave me that several days ago. I believe I have some notes here. He seems to like, you see like a pile of crumpled up paper. This essentially is sort of in front of him. He sort of like grabs one, unfolds it, crumples it back up, puts it back in the pile, grabs another, uncrumples it. He does this like 3 or 4 times, and then he finally finds one. He uncrumples it and like presses it against his chest and starts to smooth it out a little bit. And he says, "Yes, yes, here are my findings." It's got like stains of wine and food on it.
Is he like holding it out to me?
No, he's holding it in front of him.
Okay. Did you find anything interesting to note?
It appears to be a Hollyphant.
A what?
A Hollyphant.
Do I know what that is? Is that what you told us before it was?
No. Hollyphant.
Oh, Hollyphant.
Do not know what a Hollyphant is, I take it? Cortana?
Do I know what a Hollyphant is?
Do a religion.
I want to do that as well, just as I'm standing here listening.
Oh wow. Both good rolls. Hollyphants are gentle, stalwart creatures native to the upper planes. Good aligned deities and angels use them as messengers and helpers. Hollyphants treasure friendship and honesty. A Hollyphant looks like a miniature elephant with luminous gold fur and small, rapidly fluttering wings that not only hold it aloft, but also propel it at great speed. Although kind, a Hollyphant won't bear witness to an evil act without punishing the malefactor. Its pearlescent tusks are far from formidable. It can unleash trumpet blasts from its trunk and can deafen creatures or engulf evildoers in radiant sparkles of positive energy. A Hollyphant is also blessed with powerful innate magic to help it combat evil and protect its friends.
Did you? Yes, I know what a Hollyphant is, but did you learn of the significance on why I received a drawing of it in this blood sack?
No. It appeared to be a picture of a winged elephant. And as of late, the only bit of information I could find is that it is a Hollyphant.
Yes, I did recognize it as that. I just didn't know what the significance of the drawing was.
You did not recognize it as that. Well,
You told me I knew what a Hollyphant is,
You
so...
knew what a Hollyphant is, but you didn't recognize the drawing.
If I know what one is, once I have recognized...
Now that you've been told what it is.
You looked at the sat blot on the piece of bark and didn't recognize what it was until the priest told you. Now it makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Alright, well, I recently learned that most likely I won't know what it means until it becomes obvious to myself. And that's trying to decipher its meaning outside of that is not usually very fruitful. Would you mind returning it?
Oh, I will have to locate it. He kind of glances at the mess that's on his desk and his general vicinity. But perhaps tomorrow?
We are staying for the night. I will come back in the morning.
Excellent. You do understand that I wasn't given much information other than a picture on some bark and asked to discover
Yes,
what I could.
I am not disappointed in what you learned. I understood it was a long shot that for you to find anything. I'm not dissatisfied in your findings.
Excellent. Well, very well then. Have a good night.
And I will show the rest of our party our way to where we're staying for the evening.
You receive pretty much a 6 by 8 foot room with a cot and a wood, end table containing a Bible. Lathanders, Lilithides on lights.
Perfect.
But unless there's something else that you guys want to take care of, anything else?
Nope. I'll offer Rhea if she would like the cot over myself.
Oh, you're each given a room.
Oh, I thought you meant like there's a cot in there.
No. You're each given one of these particular small priest rooms.
Oh, okay. I'll go in and lay on the cot and open up the Bible of Lathander.
If there's nothing else that you guys want to take care of for the night, everyone in the group may receive the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah, buddy.
And with that, I am going to go refill my water glass and return shortly. So take us a 5.
Is there a long rest button on Roll20?
No, there's not a long rest.
Should
I
be.
wish. That would be so nice.
But I'll be back in 5 minutes, and I'm going to pause the recording while I'm gone.
Sounds good. Break.
Hello. We are. Hello.
Yeah, we are. We're back. Sorry, I had to get water.
Sweet. Water is good for DMing.
Water is life.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
That's absolutely correct. So the party has actually received the benefit of a long rest, which I think is one of the first long rests you guys have actually taken in this particular game. But yeah, after taking a long rest, what is it that you guys want to do? You have retrieved the information from the Temple of Lathander, in which you found out that Cortana's drawing is a Hollyphant. And remembered, once they heard the name, what a Hollyphant happened to be.
There's nothing I can think of that other than figure out where Luca and our target went.
As you awake in the morning and gather Rhea and Robin from their sleeping quarters, you head down towards the main chapel area, I'm sure, to participate yourself in a morning ritual to Lathander. See an awkward, just looking Luca sitting outside the doors to the chapel.
Before we exit, I wanted to grab the tablet,
Sure.
the drawing.
Brendan's froze. No.
Oh.
No, he's froze. It's just his face.
We will never freeze.
There you are. You're back. Alright. So you want to grab the bark.
The bark, the drawing, before we leave.
That's fine. But so you have to kind of go through the main chapel to get to that side.
Oh, got it.
Church.
Okay.
So as you go into the main chapel itself to head towards that thing, you kind of just glance outside because you know that they're open, and you see an awkward looking Luca just sitting on the front steps of the church. Just kind of sitting there. So you waiting.
Morning, Luca.
Would turn my head over the shoulder. Like if you're at one end of the chapel, I imagine that's like a good morning. Look at just
Like
booming
I'll
voice.
walk my way like to you.
would turn and be really clear that my hands are out and away from the body. And say, I understand that there may be some misgivings. I want to be given the opportunity to fully explain our situation before you decide to cave my face in.
Why would I want to cave your face in?
I'm not sure about your dispositions. You were unconscious when stuff
No,
happened.
it's not your face I want to cave in.
Oh.
I'll step in front of Cortana. By situation, you mean where your loyalties lie?
My loyalties are exactly where they've been the entire time. Why did... Okay. Why, when we were trying to find information, did both of you try to kill the person that had the information? That felt very counterproductive to why we were there.
Don't look at me. I was only defending myself.
And did you not try to kill Emmerich? I didn't see anyone pulling blows there.
I was.
Why? Why would you kill the person that we
No,
need?
I was pulling blows.
Oh.
I was defending myself. And had I gotten to take him down, he would not have been dead. I understand the vital importance of getting the information from him.
I would
And I'll
rub
give a glare over at Robin.
I would rub my temple, saying that now I and the Lathander cleric are on the same side, and just turn and say, so I'm sure you were the zenith of peace and calm in that situation then.
My biggest qualm was with the devil. It was a devil, right?
It was a devil. It's fine.
The
it's
devil
fine. Ready.
In the room. And I think, considering my angelic heritage, I kept it together as long as I could. But let me be clear.
Oh.
When a devil speaks blasphemy against an angel, that calm will cease to exist.
Indeed, with the positive. Be that as it may, you're all alive. Oh, you 50-50 on whether or not you'd make it out of there. Just wave at her. Say, so you met my friends? Aye. Anyway, I got us in to the next step. I've managed to secure passage into the Van Thampor Villa. You're welcome. You're even expected. You're also welcome. Was not cheap or exactly easy to secure this, but I've done it, so I'm good at what I do.
Welcome, you mean welcome or welcome to die?
For you specifically, I would be very cautious. I'm not sure about Cortana. I don't know that they have a strong opinion about you. All said, Hellrider couldn't get an invitation for you because, you know, Emmerich knows you. Be problematic. Just kind of look at her like it's a 3-person invitation.
I'm gonna look at him and say, perhaps for the time being, using her name would be better suited, as those with her title are being hunted by the ones in power in this city.
Oh, certainly, that was a conversation, a back alley, lots of expletives.
If you're headed to the Van Thamper villa, I've heard that the High Overseer Thaddeus Krieg is there. I would greatly like to come.
Well, I mean, you can keep your head on straighter than her. Should we swap them out?
No, it's... Robin is very talented in the right ways. And I think that this is a prime opportunity, since you seem to also be able to intercept messages. The Van Thamper estate is going to be a razor's edge dance of finding just what we need before the invariable collapse into absolute chaos. We have a brief window before that happens, and what we need to do is intercept the messengers that the Lady Van Thamper are getting. They'd be very similar to the ones that we've already encountered. I've secured the information that the way that she's receiving her instructions is through those coded imps that we've encountered. And if we are able to intercept one and get the message from it, potentially destroy it before that message can be read by the Lady Van Thamper, then we'd have a unique advantage that we haven't previously had. And I'm certain that the messenger will be in the estate, as well as hard evidence that you could potentially use against the Van Thampers. Also have a spot of bad news.
Well,
Out with
be
it.
expected.
There's a group of the Flaming Fist that are very in league with this Van Thamper uprising, and believe that they are aware of your two activities since you're so chummy with Zodge. Have you encountered any Flaming Fists that seem particularly receptive to either of you?
I mean, there was Pete, Philip, and Sam, but I mean, they seem
you
just
ran
like
you ran into Phil?
Philip. Yes.
Oh, different. Whew. Thank goodness. Oh, Phil was a good lad. Just be a little quiet for a moment.
Right. We scolded them for their wanton violence of the villagers.
Yes, be wary of who specifically you throw your weight around with the Flaming Fist. Not all of them are unaware what's happening, and some of them embrace it because of the potential gold that can come from it.
It is what most of them care about.
Indeed. I thought I'd find you here, but I actually came for a different reason. The little drawing managed to actually make it here.
Yes.
We were just on our way to retrieve it.
Good. I'll keep a lookout here if you want to retrieve it.
Is there something we should be worried about with the drawing?
I honestly don't know what it is, but I'm intrigued by things I don't understand and had heard that it was coming this way. I figured at some point you would return this way, or someone with concrete information about what had become of you should you not have made it out of there.
Yes. I will. Oh, I will make my way over to the gentleman who was studying it and go grab it real quick.
I would nod, sit on the steps, and keep an eye out for any licentious cur besides myself.
I'm gonna stay here.
As Cortana, you get to his area of the library, you notice that it's considerably cleaner than it was yesterday. But he is there and he is waiting for you. You again smell him long before you approach him, but he does have the piece of bark and he hands it out to you. If you
Thank you.
would leave it with me longer, I could cast some spells on it and see if they could reveal any information.
Well, that is a most generous offer. I think for the time being, it is best in my care, so that I can see what I can decipher from it. If things should change, I will keep you in mind.
Good luck on your journey then.
Thank you. And I will turn around and head back out.
Okay.
As I exit the library, I want to look over my shoulder and see if he's back to sleeping or if he's still working away.
You do see him. He seems to be. He's got a book in front of him, and he seems to be taking notes. Seems to be scribing something. It does appear that he is working. He didn't go back to sleep, at least.
I changed his life. Alright, I'll walk out. I would love to just hear the stories in the cafeteria of him being like, Lathander, talk to me.
It's a mess hall, meal hall, not a cafeteria.
Well, whatever.
Yes, I get the point.
Mess hall, meal hall.
So, you exit, come back to the front of the Church of Lathander, and Luca is still there, waiting for you.
I have it safe and sound.
Very well. You were able to ascertain some meaning about it, or is it so cryptic that even that can't be determined?
I don't know why I didn't see it at first, but it is a holly font.
You making fun of me by saying elephant with an accent?
No. It's a specific type of elephant. Hold on here. Let's see. Wait, hold on.
It's a holy creature from the upper plains.
Performance. Okay, so I assume at 19, I describe really well what I know about holly fonts to Luca.
Luca, you can ascertain the information that I put in the general chat there with the 19.
Okay. Interesting. Just say, I've never imagined Celestials to be mixed up in the sort of investigations I perform. So I am woefully lacking when it comes to the specifics of their messengers and such. So a Hollyphant, I imagine that's good for someone that works for Lathander.
Its exact meaning is still unknown, but hopefully in due time we will find out what it's supposed to mean.
I think in due time we're going to see a small winged elephant that shoots sparkles out of its snout. I'm gonna need some water eventually. That's a little bizarre, and I'm involved in the bizarre I'm used to is some unformed creature has sprouted shrooms or spores and is cursing you. Like, that's my cup of tea. This good but oddness is a degree of separation stranger for me.
I've yet to see one, but I'm familiar with the lore. I believe it would be a blessing to see one. Something that spends its time on the upper planes with celestials.
It very much would be, I think to myself.
Well, I
The
suppose
Vans-
we ought to
Go ahead.
be on our way. I suppose we ought to be on our way then, as we're expected.
Yes. Read into it what you will. The Van Thampors are hosting a dinner, as my way in has been investing into one of their businesses. Okay.
And they are just going to let us walk in there after yesterday's.
They're going to let me walk in there with, and I quote, my good friends. Now, we know what's going on, so I would suspect that there's a fair amount of subterfuge to be expected. But I am going to play the part of the dunce rather well. I fully anticipate a betrayal. It's just a matter of waiting and observing the opportunity. I doubt very much that we won't make it to the villa given the court theater that's happening currently. And Rhea, you've indicated that the High Overseer's there.
Yes, I believe that he's been seen in the company of some Van Thampor guards. At least that's the last I heard of him.
Is this an amicable visit, or do you suspect he's being held prisoner?
I believe that he is, if he's there at all, he's being held prisoner.
So then we have a golden opportunity. When their inevitable betrayal happens, we'll have all the incentive to rescue this High Overseer. And should loyalties come into question, Emmerich is useful until we've made it to the villa. And after that, I anticipate there will be no subterfuge. But I don't intend to leave the villa until I have a means of understanding what messages are coming to the Lady Van Thampor. So if it looks like you have an opportunity to get out and I haven't found it, by all means, move on.
I just have one question.
Yes.
Is this inevitable betrayal also going to be sudden?
I would hope that by knowing that it's inevitable, we would lean into it, as the sudden part of the inevitable betrayal means that they'll likely have the upper hand.
I think Will got my quote I was going for.
No, I get it as
Oh,
well,
no,
and I'm trying to disarm the I curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Will it involve
As soon as you
dinosaurs?
said inevitable betrayal, in my head I'm like, curse you, sudden but inevitable betrayal.
You guys are
Just
It
great.
will,
want to.
it will come at the hands of someone by the name of Wash. All right.
Oh wow.
That was the best. Okay. So, we're going in under friendly terms, and then we're going to get stabbed in the back, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, that was very much the speed of things.
And you're asking me to be on my best behavior with that in mind. Fascinating.
I
Yeah,
behavior.
better than your best behavior.
So you just
behavior-
heard you just heard what he's describing, and you're chastising me for behaving myself up to a point, which is exactly what he's describing, and you're okay with it.
I would like to get the information we need. And that might require you to keep a calm head.
I would like to get the information we need too. If someone slandered the name of your god, would you stand by idly?
If I needed to, Lathander would understand.
Should we give it a test run just in case? Right here.
You all are the most odd of companions.
Companions do not always need to agree on everything.
That is absolutely correct. I agree wholeheartedly.
Clearly,
Each
you
of
don't
us has-
trust each other.
Each of us has strengths and weaknesses that we bring to the table.
Yes, well, I suppose that's true. As far as
You have a title.
I-
You have a title that I find admirable. However, we cannot currently use it.
don't think of the term as a title. It was rather gifted upon us for surviving. I don't see it as a title. I see it as a slander.
Earth.
Well, whatever the case, your actions were brave and admirable, whatever the outcome.
Brave and admirable to run away while all of our friends, my entire company, was slaughtered to the man.
I was referring to the action to charge in an attempt to make a change.
We were filled with holy fervor, had an angel by our side. I only wish I knew what happened to her.
We cannot change the past, but you surviving, while might place guilt upon you, might prove invaluable. Well,
I guess we'll see. Shall we get this dinner invitation over with then, perhaps?
Yes, for what it's worth, I need to spruce up a touch. Then we'll need to make ready for this game of court theater.
Are we expected to be dressed a certain way?
I am expected to be dressed a certain way. I believe that you two should play to the role that you're gifted in. Trying to put on airs likely wouldn't help your case.
Agreed. I move much better and more efficiently without a dress on.
well, I don't mind a well put together outfit. We're gonna be potentially stabbed in the back. I will stick to the armor.
Would recommend it, as I'm not entirely sure how, guarded they're going to be. I won't be wearing armor, as it doesn't prove much of a difference, and I fully anticipate that chaos will ensue. I should play to Amric as much as possible. He and his mother don't entirely see eye to eye. I believe that Amric is a little more foolish than his elder sibling and his mother.
I can concur with that statement.
The elder Van Thamper, Thrustwell, I believe. Thrustwell. Seems to be
Thirstwell.
Seems to be the homebody of the group. Amric is the golden child with the winning grin, and well, we've seen Mortlock, so
What do you guys want to do?
I would recommend heading to the where is it? I thought I saw a store that looked like it would have clothes.
Like the Kingsman?
Kind of.
Fancy clothes.
We can at least go towards Eastway Expeditions. I know that they sell adventuring gear, but maybe around there hit a clothing store so I can buy fine clothes.
Let's see. What
in
do we
preparation.
got here? Let's see, what do we got? In and around Baldur's Gate for shopping locations. Let your Dungeon Master take a second to look at the book that he's got here in front of him.
Cool. While we're walking, I want to talk to Rhea.
No.
Oh, absolutely. Go right ahead.
I wasn't planning on it, no. Did you?
I want to let her know the reason that I swung first, shot first, so to speak. If you're interested, the name of the angel that you rode in with was Zerial.
Oh, I know who I rode in with. But you have to understand that calling her a name or saying that she's a horrible angel isn't going to give me cause to attack someone or something.
It literally courses through my veins to disagree with you. Accusation like that against an angel is something I do not take lightly. It may have been founded, which I may or may not find out in the future, but innocent until proven guilty is what I believe in.
I can completely understand.
In addition to that, an angel that would be so brave as to charge into hell should not be blasphemed.
I suppose. You can find the location as you're walking towards Eastway Expeditions, there happens to be a tailor shop located just to the northeast of Eastway Expeditions, known as Wouldn't It Be Nice?
I would say this appears to be a worthy establishment, and I would head in to get a proper accoutrements for this red wedding sort of dinner event.
Are you looking to purchase something off of the rack, or are you looking for something potentially custom made?
Say throw in some powder and a scrub down. I'll spend more for custom made.
They will absolutely do a powder and scrub down. Grand total will cost you 20 gold pieces for nice, 40 gold pieces for fine, or 60 gold pieces for very fine.
Would pick the fine option and pay them the 40 gold.
While you are waiting in for Luca's powder down scrub / sewing of his finer clothes, Rhea sits down next to you, Robin, and Cortana, and says, I appreciate the kindness you have shown me. I was young, hot-headed, and ready to prove my worth to the world.
Weren't we all once?
I chose to ride with Zariel and her army into the mouth of hell. The horrors that I saw just on the other side will haunt me for the rest of my days. The things there that no mortal should ever see. Creatures from the abyss. Devils. More grotesque than your imagination can possibly conjure. And hot. Sulphurous hot. Stinking. I heard rumors. Nasty rumors. That Zariel and the rest were defeated. That Zariel was corrupted by the evil energies within hell. I'm not sure whether or not I believe that. I ran for my very life. You have to understand that it wasn't the most honorable thing to do.
We cannot change the past. We can simply work to make up for the things we've done wrong. And I believe you true of heart. And while you may have made mistakes, it does not mean what has been done wrong cannot be made good.
You were...
I believe that you survived to play a even greater role in what is most inevitably about to come.
You admittedly were faced with things you couldn't possibly have imagined ever seeing in your lifetime. I'm sure you fought bravely, but you were, I'm sure, outnumbered.
And on all sides, Zariel's
the fact
holy might drew demons and devils to us like a holy flame and vicious evil moths. There were more than I could possibly count. The seething mass of twisted abominations writhing from the river Styx, as well as devils that flew and shot ice.
I'm sure that you and the other Hell Riders were simply in the way, collateral damage to the evil that was trying to take down an angel, essentially. That's really what they live for, just to spread chaos and destruction, which you escaped with your life is a miracle not to be taken lightly.
Well,
I believe that there are things yet that you're meant to do.
if Zariel was defeated and captured in the Hells, then you might not have the same angel that you so readily fight for, that you so readily would destroy things for. It's just something you might want to consider.
Something I am considering. But until I find that to be a truth, I must take it as a blasphemy.
Take things how you will. I take each day as a survival. It's my escape from hell. Oh look, he appears to be completely pampered and ready. As Luca arrives, all shiny from the shop.
I'm sure he looks so wildly 360 different.
Face is pretty much the same.
I mean, yes.
I'd have sprung to get the eye tint and eyeliner on, and have appropriately colored clothing to Baldur's Gate's finery now, and say, I'm aware that I look ridiculous.
Different would be a more apt term, but
well, let's be off then, if you are all sufficiently prepared. Rhea, have you come to a decision as to how you want to approach this? I can't get you through the front door.
You said that your good friends were invited. Perhaps just say that I'm a friend.
I'm trying to keep the zenith of peace going. I'm aware the semantics of what you bring up. Hemrick is waiting to identify my compatriots to his mother. It's a setup. I won't get to the door if there are people that aren't expected. And you are one that is not expected.
Perhaps we shall see when we arrive.
By all means.
If this family is as you say so brash in their dealings with people, then an extra shouldn't bother them in the least.
Oh,
If you
we
could
will see, won't
just
we?
get me to the door, then I can beseech them to let me see the High Overseer. And if they won't let me see him, then perhaps they'll point me in the right direction.
Yes. That's... I don't like speaking in that register.
Maybe
That's
I should just wait outside. What do you guys think? I could wait, and if I feel like you've been gone too long, perhaps I could come to your rescue?
That would be exceedingly helpful, especially if you can walk the perimeter, given that the three of us all have loud means of signaling I'm sure if we blew out a window, you would both have a means in and know where we were.
I could do that. How long should I wait before I believe that things aren't well?
Half an hour.
Okay, I could do that. I'll wait
Can
outside.
Can you describe him to me?
Describe
Emmerich?
who?
Or
No. I know
never
what
mind.
he looks like.
I was gonna say, I certainly hope you didn't
Um,
get hit too many times to forget what that person looks like.
Fabius
I
Creek?
have it. Yes, him. I know I have it written in here. I just couldn't find it.
He is an imposing figure, for sure. It's very... trying to find it. Let's see. He's an old man. Fairly nondescript. Let's see here now.
Priestly vestments, perhaps?
Yes, he should be wearing his vestments of the god Torm. Uno momento. I think I would like you to roll an insight. Where is it? What'd you roll? A 7?
Yep. Yep. Solid 7.
He's an older man.
Am I at least familiar with the God of Torm, like what the vestments would look like?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Dang it.
Put back in.
Trying to see if I could do something here. Trying to do something on the fly. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
So what exactly did they say? They're just expecting you to deliver us?
What they specifically said was that they wanted to hold a celebratory dinner in my honor for investing into their business and so rapidly turning a profit. As such, I and had pulled up my fingers, good friends, indicating the two of you would be invited to the Van Thampor Villa to meet Thumarilla Van Thampora. She's very interested in meeting us. Couldn't possibly think of why she would be very interested in meeting us. It's a mystery to me.
I can think of several reasons. None of them are pleasant. But I will behave myself to a point.
Yes, I'm fairly certain that the messenger will be an imp, since they are more secure as messengers. If they take a hit, they're apt to just disappear rather than stay and fight, where a message can be deciphered without outright killing the creature. As they have been outed as devil worshippers, I can't necessarily guarantee that there won't be fiends on the premises. And as a forewarning, I'm versed in speaking to them and will address them in ways that may be unpleasant.
I have every intention of disguising myself as much as possible to avoid any fiends or other creatures of hell from seeing what I am.
Oh, key point of business. Don't pretend to be down with Tiamat, like, at all. I've thoroughly thrown the Tiamat cult under the bus.
I
to
would
speak.
never.
I mean, just if any of you have Tiamat masks or wanted to use that as a card, just don't. That's not an avenue that we have available to us.
I don't feel like I need to pretend anything that I currently am.
Well then, let's see how this all will unfold.
You guys can pull your characters out. But hold on a few seconds. So in order to actually, let me take you back just a second here. In order to get to the Van Thampor Villa, you guys make your way through Eastway, through Heapside, down past the Steeps, towards Baldur's Gate, which is one of the 3 gates in which anyone can pass through. The other gates, the Manor Gate, the Gond Gate, and the Heap Gate, are designed specifically for residents of Upper City. 20 guards of the Watch vigilantly are posted at every gate to the Upper City as you approach Baldur's Gate.
"20 guards at Baldur's Gate."
20 guards.
A Baldur's Gate inside Baldur's Gate.
Right?
Correct.
I would approach wholly disinterested in the garrison, and as if this is absolutely nothing new.
Sorry, trying to find something real quick. Just trying to see if I actually had. The oldest and least impressive of the city's gate, Baldur's Gate nevertheless remains the city's heart. It is the only gate allowing ordinary people through the old wall. Baldur's Gate embodies the power imbalance between rich upper city proprietors and lower city commoners. Once the sole gate leading to the harbor, it's still the primary route by which the city's wealth flows from port to Praetor. I knew there was a sort of description on Baldur's Gate there. But the guards, as you get closer, stop.
I would look at them, pull out my watch token, and say, "Has something changed that you are slowing my stroll back to my estate, guardsman?"
No.
Good. For a moment I was worried.
Who's them?
And I'll continue.
As Cortana and Robin and Rhea, you approach. Stop!
But you're halting security now, too.
You showed me a badge. You got a badge?
Oh, he's our badge. We're his servants.
Aye, you know these 3?
I didn't know I had to spell out every detail. Yes,
Clearly you don't
they...
pass this way very much then. Perhaps I should be taking a second look at your badge. And you notice that individuals start coming towards you as he raises his voice a bit.
Should I take your name to Lady Van Thampor when I arrive 5 minutes past our expected time? I'm sure she'd be very interested in knowing specifically who held up one of her expected guests. I'm sure Amric would be interested as well, as this is interfering with his business. Which is a rather interesting choice for a guardsman, don't you agree?
What sort of a role would you like to use on this particular thing? Performance, persuasion, deception?
I use persuasion. I'm trying to continuously just, like...
Throw big names at him until he gets overwhelmed.
Yeah,
Okay.
and, like, just look at him like, I can't believe you're trying this today, sir. Like...
He crosses his arms in front of him, looks you cold in the eye. Don't give two shites who you tell. I've got a right to question anyone comes through the gate, Praetor or not. If ye be a Praetor, ye'd be knowing that I'm doing this to protect ye, and you wouldn't be giving me such guff. Now would you? I suspect that there's something about your group that ain't quite right. You see
I'd
several
look and say-
more kind of coming over towards your group.
Ah, you're in the protection today. Well then, protect us on over to the villa so that you can protect us in getting to our destination. And protect us as you explain why we need to be protected, going to the most powerful family's villa expected. I'm sure that will be very amusing. But I'll feel safer.
Alright, what role are you going to use this time around?
I don't know what insulting him.
Possibly intimidation?
I'll try intimidation. Oh, great.
He sighs. Do we look like escorts? Our duty be to this gate. Get out of here. You don't feel like you really intimidated him, but you feel like he's done kind of messing with you. Perhaps he was bored.
Okay, I will proceed.
We walk by, I'll accidentally flash my badge. Just 'cause.
He kind of looks and nods in your particular direction. He does make a gesture, you notice, upon flashing your badge. He makes a gesture, and the group of individuals that were heading towards you sort of like turn around and disperse back to their original standing points. So, whatever was his role was enough to kind of calm him down a bit. It's funny, you rolled a 17 and I rolled a 19. You rolled an 8 and I rolled a 6. So it's like back and forth. There's 2 under, 2 over. So it's like it was a close call. So alright, making your way towards the Van Thampor Villa. The Van Thampor Villa is located in the upper city. Let's see. Sorry, it's got some general features. It is a stately stone edifice with a detached stable house. Both buildings have sloped rooftops covered with red clay tiles. A 12-foot high stone wall encloses the villa. Lanterns hanging along the wall's interiors are lit at dusk. The wall features 3 wooden gates, the main entrance and coach gate to the south, and the postern gate to the north.
Would look everyone over and say, well, shall we begin?
So this is the south side with the 2 gates, the coach gate and the main gate.
Can you copy paste Rhea? Because I don't have. Oh wait, no, I do.
You should be able to just drag her out like the rest.
There we go. Got it.
Alright. So you are met with a 12-foot tall stone wall and a wooden gate here.
Is there anyone attending the gate on this side?
Does not look to be.
Walk up, do 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, pause, 1.
Okay, after a few seconds, the right-hand gate opens. You can make out 3 individuals standing. They appear to be guards of some sort. The individual in front is the individual that has opened the door. Alright, what you need?
Luka Twardowski and good company arriving as instructed to meet with the lady of the estate and her middle child.
Aye. Gestures over his shoulder and points to the door directly north of him. Knock there. Somebody be with you shortly. And the 3 of them begin
Thank you.
to walk off.
As we approach the door, Luca, I will tell you in your head once again, if need be, you can communicate sensitive information through this means.
I would respond, acknowledge. Can I take in the sights as we're waiting at this door?
Sure.
You broke up a little bit. Say that again.
I think this is a tree.
You've got yes, a large tree there. The path here, and then over here seems to be where the carriage itself comes in and out. You can see the ruts from the carriage itself. Uh-oh. Sorry. I revealed too much of the room. Let me hide that. You see some more trees here. It takes this group of individuals a few seconds. Why stop? But they seem to be going that way. And you can hear a second group of individuals coming around the house over here. Seems there might be a patrol walking around the house. Sorry, I'm trying to reveal and like do 3 things at once, you know, like I do.
Did the house guards have obvious armor?
They were wearing chain shirts and had shields with a symbol painted on those shields, which would be the Van Thampor family crest, which I don't have an image of.
It's okay. How thick is the foliage on that tree? Really?
Not particularly thick at all. This tree here?
Yes.
Not particularly thick at all. It's more of an ornamental garden tree than anything significant.
Well, I'll roll my eyes then.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
We'll approach and knock on the door.
Okay. Yeah, it takes just a couple of seconds. And the door opens. A decrepit 70-year-old man, hunched over and bending, opens up the door. This room has 2 exits apart from the main entrance. A plaster shelf lined with ornate vases circles the room at a height of 9 feet. Spread across the flagstone floor is a 10-foot wide, 15-foot long rug of exquisite design. It's depicting a royal coronation. 2 tapestries hanging on the walls depict a dragon flying over a ship and pilgrims on cambrels, respectively. The elder man opens the door, looks at you. Yes, how can I help you?
Luka Twardowski and good friends come at the invitation of the Lady of the Estate and the good Amric Van Thampor in celebration of business investments. May we come in?
Yes, yes, please enter the Van Thampor Estate. He
Thank
backs
you.
away.
May I address you as Chamberlain, or do you have a different title?
Fenthic. Fendrick is what you may address me as.
Thank you, Vendrick. Fendrick.
Please await here. I will inform the Van Thampors of your arrival. I will be gone but a moment.
We'll turn to Rhea. Well, seems you made it in.
They didn't even question us.
Go ahead and inspect the tapestry and try to see if there's positive airflow. Like maybe there's a spy hole on this side.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation.
And watch what he's doing and check the other side.
Sure, roll an investigation. Luca, looking at this tapestry here, it's a nice thick tapestry. It doesn't, appear to have anything nefarious behind it. Robin, looking at your tapestry, doesn't appear to have anything nefarious behind it, but you figure that these are pretty expensive tapestries.
Nice statement pieces.
Are there any loose threads or anything?
No. They are very well maintained.
Do light acts of vandalism all the way through. Yeah.
As
I did say I was going to behave myself.
he returns to the room in which you guys are waiting. Master Alberic is waiting in the dining room. You are to join him there.
Very well.
I'm taking Rhea's point that she made that they didn't even question us or anything, and
Okay.
I'm really on guard right now.
Okay. He
I'm gonna
go ahead. He,
I'm gonna behave myself for now, but I'm really on guard.
he motions for you to follow him. Begins his way through this gallery here. You see a 19-year-old maid dusting shelves and statues. As you enter the room, she quickly hurries out of the room. Let's see. Black curtains are drawn over the windows to the south, keeping this hall dark and cool. A wooden staircase in the north hall climbs to the second floor. The gallery contains an eclectic collection of tapestries, paintings, and alabaster busts on pedestals meant to impress guests.
I'll
This
give the preface of being impressed by their statement pieces.
This right here is a 6-foot tall wax statue that depicts Duke Thamerla Van Temper cradling what looks to be a winged cat in her arms. In the mouth of the cat appears to be a rat. It's a wax statue with a wax cat with a wax rat.
Interesting.
I am visibly annoyed at the amount of needless rich crap in this house and the amount of people starving outside the gates.
Fendrick opens the door to this room and announces in a rather loud voice, Master Luka Twardowski and guests. And he gestures towards the large dining area. An wrought iron chandelier hangs above a black oak dining table, surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs carved to look like devils. A fireplace dominates one wall, flanked by red curtain windows. A handsome glass-colored wine cabinet stands against one wall. Sitting at the head of the table, his feet up on the desk, and a chalice in his hands, is none other than Amric Van Thampor, the individual that you met in the Low Lantern Tavern. Fendrick gestures for you all to enter. There is platters of food spread across this table.
Before Luca enters, I'm just gonna make really angry eye contact with him. There are literally statues of devils in this room.
We'll give her a nervous, like, smile. And
I am white knuckling my sword right now, but it is still sheathed.
Then proceed over and say, Amric, so wonderful to see you after our successful business.
Yes, Luca, please come in, have a seat.
Oh, of course.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I just put a turkey on the table for you.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else on the table?
No, that's food.
No.
It's more food.
Yeah, it's more food.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stay right here. Probably better that way.
do you spell cornucopia?
Cornucopia. Cornacopia.
Cornucopia. I'm looking on Roll20's fabulous things that it potentially can like give you. And here we'll put a cornucopia of food on that end of the table there.
I don't.
I put it in chat.
Thank you. I actually copied and pasted that because everybody knows I can't spell anything. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. So, Emmerich still got his feet on the tables. Yes, indeed. Successful business venture. And you've brought with you your good friends, it seems. Including the one that shot my good friend.
Would say, indeed, this was an opportunity for good friends to meet the Van Thampoor family.
My eyes are glowing a bit brighter right now.
Well, yes, quite so indeed. Our latest business venture was so successful that I couldn't resist the urge but to invite you over for a spot of food. Now,
Do you have a
please
successful business venture in a single day?
eat and drink. Well, yes, of course you can. Lovely lady, may I ask your name?
It would be Jade.
Roll a deception. As I know that you are clearly lying to him. Ah! I clicked on the wrong button. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Yes. Clearly, such a beautiful name for someone so beautiful. Jade, would you care for some
Why,
wine?
thank you. I don't drink and conduct business at the same time.
You misunderstand.
I'm a bit of a lightweight.
You completely misunderstand. You weren't asked here to participate in any sort of business venture, Jade. You are asked here to celebrate. And during a celebration, you obviously must drink some or have some delicious food, perhaps an apple.
I'm here as a bodyguard to Luca, so I am still on the clock.
Luca
Would
doesn't need a
yes.
bodyguard here. He's amongst friends.
It wasn't for protection from you. He just needs protection from other less savory business people.
Yes, of course, I understand
And
perfectly.
He's got to walk through town, and he didn't want to leave me sitting outside.
Perfectly understood.
So yes, it is so helpful to have good friends around when needed. Wouldn't you agree, Amric?
110% I would agree. And
I'm
the young lady that
given the
shot
opportunity.
my good friend? What would be your name?
This will be fun.
Robin.
I'm gonna reach
Robin!
for some food.
Through
Welcome!
gritted teeth. It's like Robin.
Welcome to the Van Thampor Villa. Won't you have a drink, perhaps?
I think it's better if I stand over here.
Why ever for? I harbor no ill will.
Be that as it may.
Luca,
I'm
you bring
gripping
your
my
good
sword
friends
so hard
to
right
me,
now.
and they seem to not trust me. Is there some reason for that?
My good friends have trouble adjusting to the flow of life in Baldur's Gate. Yesterday, we engaged in fisticuffs, and today we're fast as friends. And I suppose this is a change of pace for them, as I raise a glass to his good health.
Okay. He raises his glass to you and drinks.
Yep, I will match, just trying my best to handle this.
I would like you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty.
Wow, natural 20. The wine tastes pretty funny, and it's like nasty? No other side effects from this particular
Interesting
drink.
choice of celebratory wine. I don't know that the palate agrees with me entirely.
Can I look at both of their faces and see if Amric is surprised or anything that he...
You can...
Because I don't trust any of this food or any of this drink.
You can roll
this
an...
is really...
What skill would you like to use for this? You're trying to discern whether or not Amric is surprised from Luca drinking the drink, right?
From him not falling over dead drinking the drink kind of a thing.
Okay.
So
Sort of
I'm going to
skill.
go with perception.
Perception, okay. Trying to perceive if his
Oh
face
my
changes.
God.
I think you're...
I'm glaring at him way too hard.
Yes, I think your internal anger is got the better of you at this moment in time, and so...
Yeah.
Well...
My hand is getting sweaty from white knuckling my weapons right now.
Well, it's clearly just been a while since you've had this vintage.
Evidently. Why? Well, my good friends and I have arrived per the invitation, and I, as well as they, wouldn't dare turn down an opportunity to have an audience with the lady of the estate. Shall she be joining us?
My mother should be around shortly. I do believe that she is taking care of some personal matters as she's tidying up, in, as women are want to do.
And tell me, did Thirstwell find what he was looking for in a complete and thorough review of our transaction? Or has he found something unsatisfactory?
He takes his feet off the table and he sits up a little bit. He says, Thirstwell... Well, as you know, he stands up and Starts walking towards the fireplace. Grabs the poker standing next to the fireplace, and he starts prodding the fire. My brother is a bit, well, overzealous at times. But I think that perhaps you shouldn't worry so much about my brother.
I'd say, excellent. Certainly relieves the tension, wouldn't you agree, in my reputation for completing transactions and arriving just as needed.
You see him reach over next to the mantelpiece and grab something, and he says, "I'm sorry, but none of you'll be leaving alive now." And he pulls down, and you hear this ding 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 ding. The door swings open, and in steps some very unsavory looking characters. Roll initiative. Hold on a second, let me get the initiative tracker up. And then I gotta change my music from peaceful to fight music.
Prepare to fight. Oh, I'm gonna grab a drink. Wait.
Yeah, sorry guys.
No, you're fine.
Did anybody take care of Rhea?
Yep,
Yeah,
it's right there.
Rhea is
Did
right
it.
there.
Got it.
Cute.
All over it.
Sorry, I gotta add all my characters to the fight.
Prepare to die.
Alright, so, let's see. Let me recenter the map for this battle here. Alright, so this, let's see, the first guard inside the room, this guard here, he's gonna come in and he's got a spear in his hand, 2 hands. He's gonna try to stab at, no, one-handed spear at Robin. That's a 14, Robin.
Miss. I dodged. Out of the way.
The northern thug comes crashing into the room, starts making his way around the table towards Cortana. But unfortunately, that takes most of his movement to get there. This guard is going to come in. He's going to see Luca sitting in his chair, take his spear one-handed and try to stab at Luca. That's an 8.
That will not hit me.
This thug here will look at Rhea, and he's going to go ahead and use his mace and try to take out Rhea Mantelmorn with a 10 on his attack.
Yep, that totally misses.
I know. And that brings up Robin.
Hey! Who's going to cast Zephyr Strike? So
Zephyr Strike.
Will, start a tracker for 1 minute, and I am going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet over here.
Your movement does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Correct. And I am going to shoot
It's a bonus action.
at the... Yep.
Okay.
At the jerk of the evening. Try to hit him.
What jerk of the evening?
The one who invited us here and is a dickhead.
Oh, Amric? You gonna shoot at Amric?
Yep, sure am.
Or she's
I'm gonna say, oh, I'm gonna shoot at Luca.
The arrow! Right next to his head. But
I'm gonna make eye contact with him and go, the next one won't miss. Stand down.
That brings up the guard here in the doorway. He's gonna take and try to spear at Rhea. That's a 22
That hits.
for 5 points of damage. I'll keep track of hit points for you.
Oh, I was gonna, but that's okay. Alright.
That brings up Rhea Mantlemorn.
Sweet! Who just did damage against her?
The guard standing outside. This one down here.
Great. She is gonna swing her longsword two-handed. Can she get to that one?
Sure.
I mean, if
Yeah.
he can get to her, I would imagine. I don't know why it's rolling.
Because it's always set to roll advantage. Hold on just a second
Okay.
here. Let me
If
see.
you can, I mean, it's the same roll, so either way. But going forward, it'd be nice if
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hold on a minute. Advantage toggle has been turned on for her character sheet. Now you should see where it says normal advantage and disadvantage right above where it says veteran.
Perfect.
Takes-
Yes, thank you.
Slash at two-handed hits for 4 points of slashing damage to that guard to the south.
And then
of it.
she's going to take her second attack at the one in front of her that looks different than the other two,
Okay.
which probably misses,
Uh,
which sucks because that's a lot of damage.
10 does miss.
All right. That's fine.
Hold on just a second. I want us to change something else too. Now, Rhea Mantlemorn will not whisper her rolls anymore, and the rolls will be public.
Oh, I didn't realize it was.
It's okay. It's alright. I wanted them to be that way at first, but now they no longer need to be that way. That brings up Luca. Rhea taking her sword, hitting one guard hard, and then missing the second guy.
And let out a disappointed sigh. Say, that concludes business. And from the seated position, I will cast Arms of Hadar, which will provoke strength saving throws from everyone in a 10-foot radius.
Including us? Or
Unfortunately, I can't get to a spot where I don't imperil folks. So that will tag ya, Cortana.
it goes against allies as well?
Yeah, that's everybody, unfortunately.
It's an indiscriminate, please step back in 10 feet.
What do I roll?
A
strength saving throw.
Strength saving roll.
And DC is 13.
Okay, crushed it. Nailed it!
Alright, so let's see here now. Sorry. It's going to take me a minute to do these strength saving throws, if you don't mind. Alright, so that's going to be those two guards. Rhea is going to have to make a strength saving throw. It's essentially a 10-foot radius aura around you, right?
Yep.
And it's like black flailing arms.
Yep.
So if you're inside that aura, you have to make the strength saving throw.
All prone, is that what it is?
It doesn't knock prone. If you fail the strength saving throw, it's 2d6 necrotic, and you can't make reactions. On a successful save, you take half damage.
gonna go ahead and say that this person and this person. I mean, it's tough because 10-foot radius out of you is that circle. And it's like catching just barely like the edge of both of those characters. You see what I'm saying? But I'm fine.
Do we get advantage on the save then?
Yeah,
maybe?
you go ahead and have advantage on that save, I think, with it being such a minimal amount.
That meets
Can't
the
roll.
DC.
Alright.
So,
Alright, well this guard here passed.
okay.
Rhea passed. Okay, so we're gonna do this guard next. A strength saving throw of 16.
Okay.
This guard here, strength saving throw of a 21.
Okay.
This individual here, who's a thug, strength saving throw of a... natural 3. That's a natural 1.
Alrighty. So the thug can't make reactions until the end of his next turn.
And this one over here rolled an 18.
Okay.
So I believe this one can't take reactions and also takes some damage.
Oh, that's not great. So he takes 5 and everyone else takes half of 5.
So
that's
3.
round up, right? 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute for just a second because I gotta get kids in bed.
Yeah. To you.
Hey, Jay, did it automatically apply the damage to me?
No?
I take 3. I erased my hit points and now I have 3 hit points taken. Interesting.
I don't know what to tell you.
Then I will bonus action disengage and use my movement since I assume I have to use half of it to sit up from the chair.
Yep.
Okay. So I will get there, and if it's an interaction, I'll throw the door shut.
Both doors were open, so yeah, you can throw them shut. That's fine.
You motherfucker, just like trapping us in here?
I'm slowing them down, thank you very much.
Let me reveal some more
Not
areas.
how we see it.
Do you guys want to take a quick break while Rach puts kids to bed?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like 5 or 10 minutes maybe,
All right.
and then we'll carry on.
I'm going on pause in 3, 2. I believe we're back right this moment in time from a short break. Let's see. Guard here in the doorway. What is they gonna do? He's gonna take a step, kick open the door, step out, and stab at Luca with the spear.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Where is he? Guard. Spear. One-handed attack. That's a 13, Luca.
That meets.
Ooh, that's gonna be 4 points of piercing damage to you.
Ouch.
That brings up Cortana.
What material was this house made out of?
Stone. Mostly.
Material is this house made out of?
Well, I remember there was a stone wall, but I don't
Uh,
remember if the house was stone or if it was wood.
Stately stone edifice
Okay, never mind.
made out of stone.
I will. This guy. I'm gonna summon my spiritual weapon right here.
I believe I have a token for that. Let me go to my token page and copy and paste that token. Give it a second to load here, apparently. Control C, and then I will jump back to the page we're currently on. Go ahead and make your attack roll while I'm getting this done. You should be able to actually... Yeah, you should be able to actually control that.
I assume a 13 misses.
On this
Then-
guy? Yes. a
Yeah,
13,
Van Thamfort.
13 does miss.
Alright, and then I'll stand up out of my chair. And I would have actually done that first. I assume with my free item interaction, I cannot draw both my shield and my weapon at the same time, can I?
You don't have the capacity to draw two things, so...
That's what I mean. So yeah, I will choose to draw my shield with my free item interaction.
Okay.
And then I will call to Levander to smite to Van Thamfort.
Amric? Dexterity
Yep.
saving throw of a 13.
13 fails. He gets 4 points of radiant
points
damage.
Of radiant damage. Okay, so... Hold on just a second. Since now they are... You guys see in the chandelier 3 imps that pop into view and are also going to join this particular fray. It's a good thing you guys have Rhea. Alright, so guard number 1 down here in the corner is going to take his spear and try to stab at your friend Rhea Mantlemorn with an 8. It's not going to do it.
Nope.
Amric is going to move forward and he's going to take one of his daggers out of his thing. He's going to try to attack Robin. His first dagger attack is going to be a 16. Uh-oh.
That was really random. Sorry.
Sorry. Does a 16 hit you, Robin?
Yes. Just barely.
6 points of piercing damage, and I believe you're concentrating on a spell, so you will need to make a save. You are no longer
okay.
winged and fast.
Well, I'm not winged anyway, but I'm thoroughly pissed.
And his second dagger attack is a 25 for 6 points of piercing damage. And his third dagger attack is a 17 for 6 points of piercing damage. This thug just to the north of Cortana is going to go ahead and take his mace and try to hit you with a 9.
That fails.
And his second mace is a natural 1.
That definitely fails.
This mace here, this thug here, he's going to go ahead and take the disengage action, move away from Rhea, and come over towards Cortana and sort of start pressing in against her. This guard here is going to go ahead and take a step or two towards Robin and take her spear and try to attack good old Robin. Spear one-handed. That's an 8. Gonna miss, I assume. So that brings up Robin.
Great. Who's going to set my bow behind me, draw my sword, and get really angelically pissed. So my eyes are gonna glow. I'm gonna throw my hood back and I'm just radiating pissed off angel right now. I believe
Excellent.
that's my action. So, yeah.
Rhea is up. She's being pressed from the north and the south by 2 guards. Longsword. Rhea.
Yeah. Yes. Longsword. Two-handed. At the northernmost.
Northernmost one. Rhea, big chop to this particular individual, takes them out of the picture with that attack. Dead body.
Great. She's gonna step right here and try to do the same thing.
13 will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Bleh.
Where'd that guy come from? Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm just leaving a dead body on the ground.
I thought it was another one. I'm like, what?
That
Okay.
the one that she just
He rose from the dead.
the one she just swung at is gonna bring its spear out and try to hit Rhea. That's an 11 for 7 points of piercing damage. That's a hit to Rhea.
That's not a hit. That misses.
Rhea's got an 11.
She has
Oh,
She has a 17 on her sheet.
for some reason it's an 11 on her. There.
I'm not sure why, but the
I will
sheet you
fix
gave
that.
me with her name on it says 17.
What's it say on her sheet anyway? What kind of?
Flint? She's
Flint.
a veteran.
Yeah, that is true. Alright, so this imp here is going to go ahead and fly. That's the cornucopia. Alright, this imp here is going to fly
Shit, the cornucopia's fucked.
down, and it's going to try to sting at Cortana.
I
Cortana
imagine
does
someone that rode into hell.
an 8 hit you.
Negative. Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
Imp is going to
Hellrider.
try to sting at you. That's an 18, Cortana.
Yes, that meets.
That's going to be 5 points of piercing damage, and you must make a Constitution saving throw against poison. As its stinger buries itself into you. Oh, you take 6. No,
17
5.
fails?
5 points of poison damage. It's half on a successful save. 5 points of poison damage. Luka Twardowski.
Okay. Dude in front of me. I'm
Guard.
gonna introduce him to my short sword,
Okay, take a stab.
potentially. I'm gonna try to set a good impression, but my short sword doesn't get out very much.
This time around, it's going to be deflected deftly with a parry by your opponent.
Okay. Then I'm going to bonus action disengage away from him. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Gonna run down the hallway and burst through this door. And say this Kemosabe here.
Awesome. This imp here is gonna 5, 10, 15. See that you're not there. 20, 25, 30, and then try to sting at you, Luca, with a 10.
No.
The guard that you just left, he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna come chasing after you and try to spear you with his spear one-handed, which is a natural 20
Oof.
for a whopping 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Cortana Redlocks.
I'm gonna say, "Be gone, you devil."
Be gone, you devil. This, which imp?
And call upon the Fender, or demon, or imp, just like
Which one? Left or right?
satanic on
Okay.
a sacred flame.
Alright.
Down on the imp.
That's going to be
to get her the food.
Sorry, one moment. My computer froze on me there for just a minute. That's a 14, so that's going to fail for 2 points of radiant damage.
Radiant damage.
This imp is not looking good.
And then my hammer is going to come and attempt to whap it on the head.
Okay. Your hammer whaps it on the head good. And with a puff of smoke and smell of sulfur, disappears. Amaric is going to look Robin dead in the face. You killed my devil!
You should be careful who you make deals with.
And dagger is a 15.
Mates.
6 piercing damage. Dagger is a natural 1. And
That's a miss.
dagger is a 15.
Yep.
8 points of piercing damage.
Could that devil go down to Georgia?
The thug to the north of Cortana is going to go ahead and take his mace and try to hit Cortana. That's a 12.
That's a miss.
Definitely using your shield to block and parry blows. Let's see, thug to your south is going to take his mace and try to hit you. That's a 20.
That hits.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Fudge monkeys.
The guard to the north, with his spear, is going to try to stab at Robin with a 6.
Nope.
Robin, with your fury.
How high are the ceilings?
10 feet.
Great. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike again.
Okay.
And I'm going to fly upwards past these two to right here. Okay, wait, hold on. No.
They're, with a 10-foot
Drop my short.
with a 10-foot ceiling, they are still going to get attacks of opportunity.
Not with Zephyr Strike.
True. Okay.
I'm using another spell slot to
Okay.
protect myself. I'm gonna drop my short sword, grab my bow, and then fly 10 feet over here and use my one-time advantage, because I said the next one was gonna hit, to try to make what I said truth and shoot at Amric with my bow,
Okay.
which should be at advantage, so I'm just gonna...
Yeah.
It's not a natural 20, so it's whatever.
The 24 will hit for sure.
Okay.
7 points of
And
piercing.
there's also 4 points of radiant damage because I am a
Right.
pissed off angel.
Right. And does the Zephyr Strike immediately end?
The attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage with advantage, so I need to roll that.
Ah. Good.
So 1 more point of damage, and no,
Okay. That brings up Rhea.
it's just that's the only advantage attack I get, but I still don't provoke opportunity attacks till the spell drops.
Yep. That's Rhea.
Rhea is going to swing two-handed violently at this other one again.
The one to the south.
Yes.
With an 18, she's going to hit, dealing 11 points of slashing damage, and the one to the south is dead, deceased, and chopped. A big old gash across its chest, falls backwards, practically hitting Luca on its way to the ground.
Fabulous. She's going to step over here and swing again.
15 will hit this particular individual, the thug, dealing 5 points of slashing damage. She stabs him in the ribs. He yells out.
Great. She feels much better.
That guard is dead, so it's going to be removed from the combat order. That imp is dead, so he's going to be removed to the combat order. That brings up Luca.
I'm going to bonus action, disengage, and move over to here, playing the Benny
Benny
Hill
Hill game.
theme song. And then I'm going to stab at the thug that now has 3 friends around him.
Okay.
And hopefully I can introduce him to short sword. That'd be great introductions. Okay, short sword.
16 is gonna hit.
Okay.
8 points of
Say
piercing damage.
short sword damage, and then sneak attack.
Additional 5 points of damage to that one. I mean, running up and flanking this individual, he exposes his entire side flank to you, and you just ram your short sword pretty deep in there, and he's bleeding profusely from it. He's like, sucking chest wound.
Okay.
Damn straight.
The imp from the hallway is gonna follow Luca in and make a flyby attack, trying to sting at poor Luca. That's a 14, Luca.
14 beats.
14 beats. That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage and a Constitution saving throw.
Hey.
Yeah, that's an additional 14 points of poison damage to you, sir.
So 6 and 14's 20 points of damage.
Yes.
Not looking so hot.
The guard to the south is going to move in, see his dead friend here, sees dead friend there, and step up and try to take the spear and stab at Rhea. Why did it not spear? Oh, 17 to Rhea for 4 points of piercing damage, getting past her split armor, stabbing her in the side. Which brings up Cortana.
There's another imp on the other side of me.
Yes, there is one right there.
Let there be light.
So the dexterity saving throw from that particular imp. Right?
But yes, a dexterity saving throw.
That's a 10.
That fails for 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage is enough to take that particular imp and remove it from this plane of existence with a puff of smoke and some sulfur.
Tell your friends I'm coming for them. And then I will use my spiritual weapon against the guy to the north of me.
This guy right here. I heard the boop, but I don't see any roll. There it is. 16 is going to hit him.
16.
8 points of bludgeoning
8
damage.
force damage.
Force you to die.
It's gonna swing right at his knees and say, "On your knees."
Emmerich Van Thampor, he's going to go ahead and leap up onto the table, kick the turkey off the table, step on the dead body of the imp, and try to stab down at Cortana.
Are there dead bodies of imps, or did they poof?
Oh, they poofed, but...
Okay.
In the dust where the imp was.
The dust.
Yeah.
The dust.
First dagger is a 10. Second
That
dagger
fails.
is a 25
That hits.
for 8 points of piercing damage. And the third dagger is a 22 for 7 points of damage.
How much total?
7. And 8 is 15.
I am very, very hurt.
bloodied. The thug to the north, he's going to take out his mace and he's going to try to whack at you. That's a 19 for 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Are you down?
At me?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm down.
Down goes Cortana, unconscious, lying on the ground.
What did he roll to hit?
He rolled a 19.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
I am down.
The thug to the south there, seeing that Cortana is down, is going to spin around and try to mace Rhea with a 19 for 3 points of bludgeoning damage to her. And
I guess the legends are true. He had the high ground, so he won.
And an 18 for 6 points of bludgeoning damage, beating Rhea about the head and neck. Thunk, thunk. The guard to the north here is going to go ahead and take a step forward towards Robin and pull out its spear and try to spear you. That's a 15, Robin.
At me, it's...
7.
He's got a long reach.
7 points of piercing damage. Well, it's only a 10-foot high ceiling, even up at the ceiling, if he's 6 feet tall. He can still stab you.
It's a 4-foot spear. Fine. I'm gonna fly this way
Okay.
and shoot at Doucheface. But I'm going to yell at him to fuck off and die.
An 11 is gonna miss.
Apparently you didn't yell fuck off hard enough. Or
I know.
die.
Rhea is going to two-handed swing at the bloodied guy right by her.
This guy to the north. An 8 is gonna miss.
And again.
And 20 is gonna hit for 11 points of slashing damage. And down goes the thug to the north, slashing an open wound across his chest, just gushes blood, and down he falls, plop, to the ground.
He's gonna step right on top of his head. I don't even care.
Okay.
And look at Amric. You're next.
Luke.
No. What's better? Where is Fabius?
Luca. Guy to the south there, the
Guy.
guard.
Yep, try to stab him with my short sword.
Uh, 9 is not gonna short sword him enough.
Okay,
Is it
then
gonna be short?
going to disengage to the base of the stairs.
Okay.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Amric is gonna spin around, look at Robin, point down towards Cortana, and say, "If you don't drop your bow, she's gonna die." The imp here is gonna fly towards Robin, and it's gonna use its sting to try to attack you. Comes in with its tail swooping down towards you as you are flying around.
Guess I'm gonna
It's
start
flying
rolling
near
your
you.
character, you guys.
That's a 19.
You hear a ghostly whisper. Don't do it.
Robin, 19.
Do I hear that in my head?
I'm down. I can't. I can't
I
act.
know, but no.
That's why I
Robin.
said you hear a ghostly whisper.
Robin
It's
takes.
the imp's
Oh. I just crashed. Hold on a second.